Now, SAPS and various faith groups are holding a national prayer day to mark the end of the annual Police Safety Month. They gather in all 9 provinces to pray for safety and security, more so in the light of the scourge of gender-based violence. Our reporter, Patricia Visagie, is covering this story for us. Let's cross live to her now for an update. Patricia, a very good morning to you. Give us a sense of what's happening where you are.
Well, a very good morning to you and to our viewers. We're here in Pretoria West at the Police Academy, where, of course, the main leg of the national prayer for police safety is taking place. So you can see that a whole lot of members of SAPS are really just coming in their numbers. And some of the final touches are really just being put into place ahead of the prayer service that will be taking place in this chapel right behind me. So it seems like the program is a bit delayed for now. It was supposed to start at around 9 o'clock, but it seems like a lot of people are not here yet. It is still a bit empty inside, so it's going to be just an intimate prayer session. Most of the people that will be here, of course, will be leaders from the various faith organizations, joined by members of the police, and of course they will be addressed by the National Police Commissioner General Ketla Sithole, who will of course be leading the proceedings in speech on behalf of the men and women in blue here. But as you have rightfully put, although this is the main event here in the capital city, it is an event that will be stretching nationally. Each province will be having a similar ceremony, a similar prayer event, where they will of course be calling for divine intervention to make sure that the men and women who put their lives on the line daily to ensure that South Africans are safe, South Africans are not of course the subject of crime, which we know is very high, to make sure that those men and women are also safe. It is also of course a gathering that will also put the spotlight again on gender-based violence in the country. As you would know, women across the board, even women within the police, are also subjected by violence. So the prayer session will also focus much on that, to also just call for divine intervention and also appeal on men within the police to do the right thing, respect women, and make sure that they of course put their badge first as far as women's safety in the country is concerned. And that goes as far as for the safety of our children as well. So perhaps in the next half an hour or so, the program here will commence with prayer, with song. As I said, the main focus would be to really just gather and unite to find, a calling to higher power, so that South Africans can move to a space of harmony. As you know, that in recent weeks, in recent months, we have, of course, sit in shock as a nation as we have seen the spate of violence, not just against women and children, but of course, as well as we have observed the spate of xenophobic attacks in the country. So that too will of course be counted in the prayer session here today, as the men and women here will be gathering and uniting in prayer to do the right thing. And that also of course falls perfectly as we close the month of September. You would know that September is Police Safety Month, and within this month, the beginning of this month, we also commemorated, of course, the annual police commemoration at the Union Buildings, where the fallen heroes, the fallen men and women were, of course, observed and paid a tribute to. And the statistics this year, in the last financial year, of course, stand at about 27 men and women who have lost their lives in the line of duty. The men and women who paid the ultimate price as they fight against criminals every day in pursuit of making South Africa a safer and a better place. We'll of course come back to you a little bit later, perhaps to bring you just the maybe live coverage of what is happening inside, and maybe also give you the address by the National Police Commissioner General Ketla Sithole, as he will be appealing to the nation, but in particular to the men and women in blue, to do the right thing. And regardless of how challenging the state of crime may be on the ground, they should never give up. They should always try and strive to doing the right thing and making sure that they honor the oath and the badge that they continue to wear to make South Africans live in a safer and a better space. We'll come back to you a little bit later.
Patricia Visagie there, coming to us also from Pretoria.